Hey friend, the 5 fast video content creation tips you're about to discover could literally change your workflow and make your life as a video creator a lot simpler. Stick around for the ultimate video productivity hack near the end of this video, where I'll show you how to create video content with almost no edits. Let's dig right in. If you're new here, I'm Matt, and this channel is the video marketing destination for coaches, creators, and consultants. Your first fast video creation tip is to make micro adjustments to your environment. Can you set up lights at your desk that are in a fixed position where you never need to move them around? Is there room for a microphone so that you can simply plug it in with the USB cable and then move it in front of you when you need to use it? These micro adjustments make it faster for you to be able to create content. If you can make content at your desk with the flip of a switch or a voice command, you can definitely save a ton of time and preserve your energy for when you're on camera. You don't want to be taking stuff down and setting it up over and over again. It takes time, effort, and energy to do that, and it's not productive for you. So do whatever you can to make sure that you have a setup that's decluttered, optimized for workflow. This could be in the corner of a room. It doesn't need to be complicated, and you don't need to build a fancy wall in order to accomplish this. I definitely recommend putting your personality and your character into your backdrop, but if you don't have that capability, you can always use a green screen. Whether you're a gamer or not, I like playing Destiny 2, but we can learn a few things from the gaming industry in terms of productivity. You could use a gaming mouse and a gaming keyboard to increase your productivity because they have assignable hotkeys. This means you can create shortcuts to doing repetitive tasks like starting and stopping your recording, switching between cameras. More on that in a moment. Now, I know you've probably heard that you need to have a strategy for your social media. I know it's easier said than done, especially when you're doing it for yourself. This is something I help others with. And these are the key ingredients that I help people clarify. Number 1, for each social media platform, you should have a core theme that is all-encompassing, that covers all the types of content that you're going to be creating. The second thing you need are content pillars. Organize your topics and your subtopics into content pillars. We're going to have that builder's mentality, and we're constructing something from the ground up, and each video is another brick that you're putting into your content pillar. If you're just starting out, pick 1 pillar, and if you'd like to expand upon that, pick 2 to 3 pillars. Think in episodic content. How can you create a series of videos and micro content for other social media platforms? I enjoy making micro content for places like LinkedIn that are under 2 minutes, because that type of content usually I can create with almost no edits. Template your repeatable tasks. You should have a Google document for the structure of a YouTube video. You should have a Google document for the structure of a LinkedIn video for every single platform, so that you've got something where you know exactly how to basically create a video, plan it out before you press the record button. Create a template for your thumbnails, for YouTube shorts, for LinkedIn videos that are square, for your YouTube videos that you can make small adjustments to, and you don't have to start from scratch every single time you make content. I know it's not always easy to come up with ideas for your video content. And there's a myth I want to debunk here, because I've heard other YouTube coaches, creators say that you need to remove your passions from your content. I'm going to call BS on that one, because I believe that if you can leverage your passions, your interests, your hobbies into your content and use them as a story or an analogy, that it brings your personality into your content, and it's going to be easier for you to come up with ideas that are fun to create. Tip number 3 is to capture your ideas as fast as possible. How can you do that? I use Google Assistant with an application called If This Then That, which is also known as IFTTT. There's simple applications that you can use on their website to connect 2 different platforms. One of my favorites is to use a Google Assistant to capture an idea for YouTube or LinkedIn using my voice. In the morning, I'm reading books about YouTube and video marketing, and I get inspiration all the time, and I don't want to put my book down and go and get a pen and paper to write it down. You could do that, it does work, but I can simply just say, okay, Google, put a new idea on my YouTube video ideas list. Quick question for you. How do you capture your ideas quickly when inspiration strikes? Let me know in the comment below what method you use to capture your video ideas. Now, sometimes solutions like IFTTT and voice assistants and all that stuff sounds really complicated. Let's boil it down for a moment, okay? Let's simplify this. You don't need to do it that way. You could simply use your Siri or Google Assistant to capture ideas into a notepad app on your phone. You could also use voice notes. You can create reminders. You can use applications like OneNote or Evernote, and make sure that you've got a streamlined process for capturing your ideas in as few steps as possible. These micro adjustments start to add up. Tip number 4 is to leverage a copyright hassle-free music, sound effects, and stock footage subscription. Normally you'd have to go through a bunch of steps, go browse through a website, find something you like, download it, and then put it into your video editor. With Soundstripe, there are 2-click installs where you can simply click a button and it will put your sound effects or your music right into your timeline. I also love the ability to search by mood, and there's tons of great music and sound effects in their library. For those of you interested in checking out Soundstripe, you can use promo code MattBiggard to receive a 10% discount. Your ultimate video productivity hack coming right up. Before we get there, I'm going to give you tip number 5. If you've discovered any new ideas so far, please smash that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Ditch the teleprompter. You're going to spend a lot more time fully scripting your videos, and this is personal preference, but I believe that if you learn how to freestyle, you can become better at live streaming. If you ever have opportunities to speak from stage, you'll be better at it. If you ever get a chance to get on video for some sort of, publication network, you're going to be better off because you have practice freestyling your content. I use bullet points, but I also create micro content without any script whatsoever. This is one of the best ways to develop your camera presence. If you're able to deliver messages succinctly without a lot of edits, it's going to make your video production faster. All right, now I'm going to show you how to create video content at your desk with almost no edits. By the way, when you hit that red button, it's more than just a free subscription to this channel. You're joining a community, and I really appreciate everyone who's done that. Check this out. We're going to grab the camera and we're going to put it on the desk with only a few steps. So how are we going to create content at our computer with almost no edits? We're going to take another page out of the gaming playbook and install the free OBS software. Now you can see here that I've got a number of different sources. Now I can switch between cameras with a push of the button. We've got a top-down shot here and the GH5 as you see. So all I have to do on this keyboard, this gaming keyboard, which I've created a shortcut on, is press one button and it automatically switches here to the top-down shot. So with the press of a button, I can simply turn on a second camera and now I can go ahead and write out some tips. This makes it super simple to just switch between your camera sources and leverage OBS to make content. You can also start, stop, and pause your recordings with a press of a button. So if you make a mistake, you can simply just hit that pause button, or if you want to just give yourself some more time in between the messages you deliver, you can press a pause button right on your keyboard or right here in the OBS software. After you press start recording, there is a pause option. You might have to do a couple edits here and there. It also comes down to perfectionism. Are you willing to leave in some of those imperfect moments when you get tripped up and use that to really show some of your personality? Now, I used to always cut that stuff out, and I've seen a lot of other creators on YouTube actually leveraging their personality, sharing some of those bits where they actually screw up, and it's okay to do that. You just need to let go of some of that perfectionism and stop over polishing your videos. That's going to be one of the best ways to speed up your workflow. Want to check out this mouse for your video editing or shortcuts for live streaming? I've got a video for you right up here. If you'd like to help out some of the other creators in the community, share some of your best video creation tips in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you back here on the channel in a future video.